Morning, dear students. Today we'll be starting with the topic nutrition in human being. So before I start with this topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Tehseen Naz. I'm faculty of biology. I have been teaching biology since 8 years, and I have been teaching students of different grades and of different curriculum like ICSE, IGCSE, CBSE and state board as well. I'm a very caring, loving and a very helpful person, and I will make sure that you will learn biology with fun, happily and of course professionally. And I will also make sure that I will create a positive environment so that you will be able to learn with your full potential. So let us start with this topic, nutrition in human being, which is a subtopic under chapter 6, that is life process. So before taking up the topic, that is nutrition in human being, let me tell you about life process. What is life process? Life processes are the basic processes in living organism. What do you mean by that? It means that all those processes which are occurring in our body to maintain our life. Without these processes, we are not said to be living. So among all the life processes, the basic life processes which are included in grade 10th are nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. Now let me tell you what is nutrition. Nutrition is nothing but the process of taking food by organism and its utilization. That means we are taking in food, utilizing that food for building our body. That means, and not only for building our body, for growth purpose you can say, and for repairing the damaged part. What does it mean? I will explain you what is nutrition. We are acquiring the food. We are obtaining the food from different sources. So the modes of nutrition are also different. So let us not focus on what are the modes of nutrition, because we are going to deal with nutrition in human being. I will just give you an introduction what is nutrition. So here, when we take in the food, that food is utilized by our body, okay, and that after utilizing that food, we grow from a kid to a adult, isn't it? So because of food we are showing growth, and during the time of growth you can see many a times we fall and we get injured, and you can see that these injured part heals very soon. Why is that so? It is only because of the food we acquire that helps in repairing the damaged part also. Not only this, it will also give us you can say enormous energy. So this is what is nutrition. So after acquiring the food, that complex food what we take is broken down into simpler one. Okay, it becomes into absorbable form so that our body absorb it. Means our digestive system is breaking down the food, and that food which is broken down will be absorbed. And who is going to absorb that? The villi. I will tell you how exactly and where exactly the food is absorbed. So after that, when the food is absorbed, so the blood which is there, it is going to carry the transport system in our body is the blood which is going to carry the food to different parts of our body. Like it carries the blood to brain, to hands and to different parts of our body, so that that food can be utilized. So every part of our body, every cell will get the food. Okay, after getting the food, so getting the food is not enough, so we have to obtain energy from that food. So that work is done by the process of respiration, wherein the food which is reaching each and every cell will be now broken down to release the energy. So we will discuss about nutrition. So we know what is respiration. Respiration is nothing but breaking down of glucose to release energy. And then transportation, wherein this life process also is very vital, because food जो है हर एक body part पे carry होना ज़रूरी है, because that has to be broken down to release energy. And after that, the unwanted food also will be carried by this transport system coming to kidney, and this unwanted food will be, you can say, in terms of salt, will be removed from our body by in the form of urine, and through the large intestine if it is a solid food. So now let us start with topic nutrition in human being. Okay, let us start with nutrition in human being. Okay, so we have already discussed what is nutrition. Nutrition is nothing but the mode of, you can say, the process of acquiring the food, obtaining the food. So after obtaining that food, where this food will go? So it first reaches the buccal cavity. Now the question is, what is buccal cavity? So before we go in detail with what is buccal cavity, what are the different parts, let me tell you, a complete digestive system in human is a long alimentary canal. Now what is alimentary canal? Alimentary canal is nothing but a passage through which the food is going to move. So this passage comprises of the first wherein the food enters is the mouth. So the mouth opens into the buccal cavity. This region is the buccal cavity. Then the food is conveyed through this tube. This tube is called as esophagus. Then it reaches the stomach. And then from the stomach, it passes to the small intestine. In small intestine, the complete digestion process will, you can say, the complete process of digestion is completed, you can say, in small intestine. यहाँ पे complete होने के बाद then the unwanted food will be moving towards the large intestine. Then the unwanted food will be thrown out. So this complete, you can say, canal through which the food is going to move is called as alimentary canal. Now let us take up with this process of digestion. The digestive system in humans comprises of mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. So this is the passage through which the food is moving and the food is breaking down. Along with this, some other glands are also helping in the process of digestion. That means for breaking the food, along with this particular structures wherein the food is moving, the glands are also helping in breaking the food. So which are those glands? The one, that is the salivary gland, which begins in the mouth itself. Then coming to gastric glands in the stomach. Then the largest gland in our body, that is liver. Then comes the pancreas, which secretes certain enzymes, and those secretions are called as pancreatic juices. And finally the intestinal glands. So all these glands and all these structures will help in the completion of the process of digestion. Now let us begin with the first part of the alimentary canal, that is mouth. So mouth opens into a cavity. The cavity which you see when you open your mouth wide, you can see a cavity. That cavity is called as buccal cavity. So inside this buccal cavity are teeth, tongue, and salivary gland. So what is the role of this teeth, tongue, and salivary gland? So now let me tell you that the process of digestion will begin in the mouth itself. So teeth are helping in grinding the food. So it is helping in mastication, you can say. Mastication is nothing but grinding the food, mastication of food. And tongue is helping in, you can say, mixing the food, so that it can so that the food can be easily swallowed. Okay, teeth is helping in grinding, tongue is helping in mixing of the food, and salivary glands, these salivary glands will secrete certain enzyme like salivary amylase. So this salivary amylase is an enzyme which is very important. You know, students, why this is very important? Because this particular enzyme will help in breaking of the starch, and 30% of the starch digestion will occur in the mouth itself. So amazing that of all the food which we are taking inside, 30% of the digestion will complete in the mouth itself. It is only because of the enzyme present in the salivary gland. So now the food is now crushed with the help of teeth, grinded well, because of the presence of 4 different types of teeth present in humans, like front teeth, which are called as incisors. Okay, front teeth which are help for biting, that is incisors. 2 teeth we have incisors, and next to incisors are, you can say, 1 teeth which is canine. So this canine is tearing teeth, and then 2 premolars and 3 molars. So these are the 4 types of teeth. Let me repeat. What are the 4 types of teeth found in humans? Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. So these are helping in grinding the food, and tongue is helping in mixing the food, and salivary gland secretes saliva, which is making the food moist and helping the digestion of the starch with the help of the enzyme. So this complete process, you can say, the beginning of the digestion process is a mechanical process, okay, where teeth are helping in mechanically crushing the food, and it is also a chemical process which begins in the mouth because of the action of salivary amylase. So let us move to the next part, that is esophagus, how the food moves into the esophagus. As we have already seen, that tongue will help in mixing of the food, and then saliva will moist the food so that the food will enter. Now when the food is entering, so the thin pipe what you see is through which the food will go inside and it will reach the stomach is esophagus. तो ये esophagus को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Food pipe बोलते हैं. Okay, so this food pipe, adjacent to that you find a windpipe, that is trachea. And when you see the opening from the buccal cavity to esophagus, when you see this passage, if you see this passage, so this is trachea and this is a thin tube, that is esophagus. So a funnel shaped area, which is a funnel shaped area, that is the buccal cavity opens into a funnel shaped area and it has 2 tubes. So now when we are swallowing the food, that food may enter the windpipe. So to prevent that, so to prevent the entry of the food which we are swallowing, there is a flap over this trachea, the tube of trachea. This opening of the tube of trachea is called as glottis. Opening of the tube of trachea is called as glottis. और उसके ऊपर जो flap है, that is called as epiglottis. Now this epiglottis will help in closing the glottis so that when we are swallowing the food, that will not enter the windpipe. Okay, so now this through this thin tube, that is esophagus, the food has to pass down to and reach the stomach. So how this is possible? Because this tube is highly muscular, and when the food is moving, it is moving by a wavy contraction. That means the muscle will contract and relax, and this contraction of the muscle is called as peristalsis. Okay, what is peristalsis? Peristalsis is nothing but the contraction of the wavy contraction of this esophagus so that it can push the food inside the stomach. So this is about how the food has been crushed in the mouth, and then through the esophagus it is now going to reach the stomach. Now when it has reached the stomach, so there is an opening here which will maintain, you can say, which will regulate, वो कंट्रोल करेगा कि कितना फूड एंटर होना है स्टमक के. सो दैट विच रेगुलेट्स और विच मेंटेन्स द अमाउंट ऑफ फूड विच हैज़ टू एंटर इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्पिंक्टर. तो ये स्पिंक्टर कहाँ पे प्रेजेंट है? एक तो ये ईसोफेगस से होके आता है, एंड देन यहाँ पे ये जो है स्टमक है, गैस्ट्रिक बोलते हैं. तो ये स्पिंक्टर को हम लोग नाम देते हैं कि गैस्ट्रो ईसोफेगल स्पिंक्टर. सो दिस विल मेंटेन द अमाउंट ऑफ फूड विच एंटर्स द स्टमक. So inside the stomach there are certain glands in the wall. So these glands also secrete some enzymes. So those, if you see, the gastric glands will secrete HCl, it secretes mucus, and it secretes pepsinogen. Now the starch digested food will enter the stomach. तो अभी starch digested food mouth से होते हुए कहाँ पे आ गया? It has reached the stomach. Now 30% starch digestion is already done in the mouth. So when it reaches the stomach, here HCl which is secreted here, this HCl, which is hydrochloric acid, will activate this pepsinogen. Pepsinogen is also secreted, but pepsinogen is inactive. This will be activated and pepsinogen becomes pepsin. Now when पेप्सिनोजन इज बिकमिंग पेप्सिन, तो ये पेप्सिन का रोल शुरू हो जाएगा, एंड दिस पेप्सिन विल स्टार्ट टू ब्रेक डाउन द प्रोटीन. दैट मीन्स starch digestion has started in the mouth, and now the food has reached the stomach. Now in the stomach, the protein digestion will begin. Always remember, protein digestion begins in the stomach. So what helps in the protein digestion? It is pepsinogen getting converted into pepsin, and pepsin will act on the proteins. Okay, who will activate this pepsinogen? HCl, which is secreted in the stomach, will activate the pepsinogen. Now what is the role of this mucus? Why this mucus is secreted? This is because the mucus is going to completely line the internal structure of the stomach so that acid will not destroy it. So because acid may disrupt this, or you can say it will destroy this internal layer, so as to prevent that, the mucus is going to completely line this. तो ये mucus layer जो है उसे एक coating देगा ताकि ये acid जो है उस पर act ना करे. Okay, so now let us move to the next part where it is going to move. The food is going to move, where we have already seen that 30% starch is digested. Protein digestion has begun in the stomach. Now that food will now move to the small intestine. The small intestine first part of the small intestine is a C-shaped structure, and this is duodenum. Small intestine के 3 part होते हैं, and those 3 parts are duodenum, jejunum and ileum. There are 3 parts of small intestine, that is duodenum, jejunum and ileum. So in this duodenum, the ducts of liver, bile and pancreas will open. Let me show you in the diagram how exactly. You can see here in this diagram, this is liver. So here you can see liver will pour its secretion. That secretion is called as bile. Now this bile is getting stored in this small bladder which is present here. So this bladder is going to store that bile juice, और ये यहाँ पे store भी होता है और वो concentrated भी बन जाता है. So this bile will be coming to the first part of the small intestine. This is the first part of the small intestine by a duct which will come here to this first part. And then the pancreas also has a duct जिसके juices भी pour होंगे first part of small intestine. Okay, so the pancreatic juice and the bile juice will be poured in the first part of the small intestine. So that means out of all the other parts of the small intestine, which is very important, the first part of small intestine is very important because here maximum of the juices and enzymes will be poured, and here the maximum of the digestion will complete. Is that clear? Let me tell you, bile juice will be poured here, and the pancreatic juices also will be poured in the first part of the small intestine. So what happens next? So bile juice which is there, which is secreted from the liver, it will help in emulsification of fat. See, what is emulsification of fat? Fat is not digested unless it is broken into droplets. तो ये droplets को break करने का काम कौन करता है? It is done by bile juice. Okay, now you can recall mouth where 30% of starch is digested. Then that starch digested food will now move to the stomach. In the stomach, protein digestion has begun. Now carbohydrate हो गया थोड़ा, and then protein has digested a little, and then that food is now going to move to the first part of small intestine, that is duodenum. And in the duodenum, fat digestion also will start. Okay, now stepwise you can see the digestion is completing. Now the pancreatic juices which is being poured in the first part of small intestine, जो pancreatic juices pour होंगे उसमें enzyme होगा, a very important enzyme present in pancreatic juice, that is trypsin. So this will help in final digestion of protein. Protein digestion begin हुआ था stomach से, it has ended with the action of trypsin, which it has finally broken down the protein into amino acid. प्रोटीन का जो अब्जॉर्बेबल फॉर्म होता है उसे अमाइनो एसिड बोलते हैं, एंड कार्बोहाइड्रेट का जो अब्जॉर्बेबल फॉर्म होता है उसे बोलते हैं ग्लूकोज. सो व्हेन ग्लूकोज will be formed, that will be absorbed by our blood. When amino acids will be formed, again it will be absorbed by our blood. So after that, the emulsified fat, now with the fat which is broken down into droplets, that will be acted upon by lipase. Lipase will break down the emulsified fat. तो ये इमल्सिफाइड फैट को जो है लाइपेज एक्ट करता है एंड दैट विल हेल्प इन द डाइजेशन ऑफ फैट. And not only this, not only bile juice and pancreatic juice, intestinal juice also help. So the final process of digestion will complete by the action of this intestinal juice. तो ये intestinal juice जो होता है ये final process होता है for digestion of the food. So here glucose will be the final product. Always remember क्या है, ग्लूकोज फाइनल प्रोडक्ट है किसका, कार्बोहाइड्रेट डाइजेशन का. अमाइनो एसिड इज अ फाइनल प्रोडक्ट ऑफ प्रोटीन डाइजेशन, and fatty acid and glycerol is a final product of fat digestion. So this is how the food will be now absorbed by our digestive system. So these are the finger like structures inside the intestine. तो ये finger like structures जो है food को absorb करते हैं, and these finger like structures are called as villi. So why they are thrown into such finger like projections? Because it should increase the absorption area. More and more food has to be absorbed, so it is thrown into finger like projection. तो ये villi जो है सारा जो food अभी absorbable form में convert हो गया, ये सारा absorb करेगा. Villi will absorb the food. So then that food will be transported to different parts of our body through our transport system, and that role is played by the blood circulatory system. And then the food now the food which is reaching the different parts of our body has to be broken down now. So that food will be broken down to release energy. So now here there will be different substrates. You can say that substrate is called as respiratory substrate. So now let us not move towards respiration process. We will deal with this in the next session. So we will conclude this here with the complete process of nutrition in human being. Thank you.